I refused to attend my stepsister's wedding. But what happened after changed everything. I thought skipping my stepsister's wedding was the right choice. After all, she had made my life miserable for years. But when she suddenly tried to regain my trust, I let my guard down and realized far too late that some people never really change. What started as a fragile attempt at reconciliation turned into a nightmare I could never have imagined. When the cream-colored envelope arrived, my stomach twisted before I even opened it. The elegant cursive letters on the front read, "To my dearest sister." I almost laughed. Sister? That word had always sounded bitter when it came from her. Inside, a gold-trimmed card announced what I had dreaded for months. "You are invited to the wedding of Claire Morgan and Daniel Hayes." Claire, my stepsister. The girl who made my teenage years feel like a nightmare. While I was still learning to adjust to my father's remarriage, she made sure I never forgot I was the outsider. She mocked my clothes, spread lies about me in school, and turned every family dinner into a battlefield. And now she wanted me at her wedding? I sat at my desk, the card trembling in my hand. My best friend, Maya, noticed my expression during our call. "Don't tell me she invited you," Maya said, rolling her eyes. "She did," I muttered. "And I'm not going." "Good," she said firmly. "After everything she's done, she doesn't deserve you clapping for her happiness." But deep down I wondered, what if my father expected me to go? What if skipping it made me the villain? I decided to call him. "Dad," I said carefully, "I got Claire's invitation." His voice was warm, almost pleading. "I think you should come, sweetheart. She really wants to mend things. This could be a new beginning. A new beginning." The words hung in the air like a fragile promise. But I couldn't forget the old wounds. "I'm sorry, Dad," he whispered. "I can't do it. Not after everything." There was silence, then a soft sigh. "I understand." When I hung up, I felt both relieved and terrified. For the first time in years, I had chosen myself over Claire. But I didn't know that decision would set off a chain of events I could never have imagined. The wedding day came and went. I didn't dress up, didn't post pictures, didn't even check social media. I stayed home with a book, pretending it was just another Saturday. But deep down, I felt the weight of my absence. A week later, my phone buzzed with an unknown number. Against my better judgment, I answered. "Hi, it's Claire." Her voice was softer than I remembered. "I noticed you didn't come." "I wasn't planning to," I replied coldly. "I thought that was clear. I wanted you there, to start over." I almost laughed. Start over? After years of cruelty? But her tone was strangely vulnerable. "Why now, Claire?" I asked bitterly. "Why after your wedding, of all times?" Because she hesitated. I realized during the ceremony that I didn't want to lose the only sister I'll ever have. "I know I've been horrible. I want to fix things. Please, can we meet?" I hesitated. My father's words replayed in my mind. A new beginning. Maybe she truly regretted everything. "Fine," he sighed. One meeting. At the cafe near the park. Tomorrow. The next day, she arrived dressed simply, no makeup, looking unlike the perfect, polished Claire I remembered. "I don't expect forgiveness right away," she said, staring into her coffee. "But I want us to try." I crossed my arms. "Why should I believe you?" "Because I've grown up. Marriage changes you. And I miss having family." Her words stirred something inside me. Against all logic, I agreed to give her a chance. But as I walked home later that evening, Maya's warning echoed in my head. She doesn't change. People like her never do. I wanted to believe she was wrong. I wanted to believe Claire. For weeks, Claire and I met regularly. At first, it was awkward, but she surprised me. She apologized for specific things. The cruel rumors she spread, the way she turned my friends against me, the endless mocking. "I was jealous," she admitted once, her eyes glossy with unshed tears. "Dad liked you more. You were quiet, smart kind." I felt invisible, so I lashed out. Her honesty disarmed me. Slowly, I let my guard down. We even started doing things sisters might do. Shopping, cooking together, gossiping about TV shows. I found myself laughing with her, something I never thought possible. One evening, she invited me to her apartment for dinner with her husband, Daniel. Daniel greeted me warmly, almost too warmly. He was polite, charming, attentive. But there was something in his eyes, a flicker of discomfort whenever Claire wasn't looking. "So glad you could come," he said, pouring me a glass of wine. "Claire talks about you all the time now." I smiled awkwardly. "That's new." Throughout the dinner, I noticed little cracks. Claire would cling to Daniel's arm, laughing too loudly, while his smile looked forced. When she left the room to fetch dessert, he leaned toward me. "I'm glad you're giving her a chance," he whispered. "It means a lot to her." But his tone wasn't warm. It was pleading. Something about it unsettled me. Still, I ignored the feeling. I wanted to believe in this fragile sisterhood. That night, as I left, Claire hugged me tightly. "Thank you for trusting me," she whispered. I wanted to trust her, but deep down, a voice warned me, this is too perfect. The first real crack appeared when Claire asked me for a favor. "Could you lend me some money? Just a small loan." Daniel and I had some unexpected expenses after the wedding. I froze. "How much?" "Just $2,000. I'll pay you back soon." $2,000 wasn't small to me. My savings were carefully built over years. I can't," I said firmly. Her face fell. Then, like a switch, she smiled sweetly. "Of course. I understand." But after that, things changed. She became distant, then overly clingy. Some days, she flooded me with texts. Others, she ignored me completely. One night, Maya confronted me. "You look drained," she said. "What's going on?" "It's Claire. She's different, but not. I don't know if she's sincere or just using me." Maya frowned. "I told you. She's manipulating you. Be careful." I wanted to argue, but I couldn't. Deep down, I felt the same. A few days later, I bumped into Daniel at the grocery store, alone. His eyes widened when he saw me. "Listen," he said quietly, "don't let Claire drag you into her mess. She's not who you think she is." My heart pounded. "What do you mean?" But he just shook his head. Forget I said anything. When I told Claire about it later, she laughed it off. "Oh, Daniel worries too much. He's overprotective." But I couldn't forget his expression. Fear. The truth came crashing down one stormy night when Claire showed up at my apartment, mascara streaked, eyes red. "He's leaving me," she sobbed. "Daniel is leaving me. And it's all your fault." I blinked in shock. "My fault? What are you talking about? You've been talking to him behind my back. You want him to yourself, don't you?" "What?" I shouted. "I would never." "Don't lie," she screamed. "I saw the way he looks at you. I knew it was a mistake bringing you back into my life." Her words cut like knives. After everything, she still twisted reality to blame me. "Claire," I said firmly, "whatever problems you and Daniel have, they're not because of me." "You're a liar," she spat before storming out. Shaking, I called Maya. "I told you," she said grimly. "She hasn't changed. She never will." The next day, Daniel called me. His voice was low, urgent. "I need to tell you the truth. Claire, she's been unstable for a long time. She's manipulative, controlling, paranoid. I stayed because I felt sorry for her. But now she's accusing me of loving you." My blood ran cold. "This is insane. I'm filing for separation," he said. "But she won't take it well." I didn't sleep that night. I kept wondering, had Claire's attempt to rebuild with me only been a way to control me and Daniel? All along? Weeks later, the storm finally broke. Claire showed up at my father's house during a family dinner. Her eyes burned with rage as she pointed at me. "She ruined my marriage," she screamed. "She stole Daniel from me." Everyone gasped. My father looked at me, confused, hurt. "That's not true," I shouted, trembling. "I never." But Claire collapsed into sobs, playing the victim perfectly. My stepmother rushed to comfort her. "Enough," my father said sharply. "Claire, this isn't fair. She's done nothing wrong." But Claire kept crying, whispering poison into everyone's ears. And in that moment, I realized she hadn't changed at all. Every apology, every tear, every smile, it was just another mask. I walked out, leaving her performance behind. That night, I blocked her number, her social media, everything. Weeks later, Maya asked, "Do you regret giving her another chance?" I stared out the window, the pain still raw. Yes and no. I was a fool to believe her, but at least now I know the truth. She'll never change, and I won't waste my life waiting for her to. For the first time, I felt free. The chains of her manipulation had finally broken. But sometimes, late at night, I still hear her voice echoing in my head. "I knew it was a mistake bringing you back into my life." Maybe it was, but walking away from her was the best decision I ever made.